welcome to the Best You discussion. We did a little different format this evening, and I greatly think this will enhance our ability to give you the information that you ask us for. Best You discussions can be found on our YouTube channel as well. Please subscribe to that channel. And if you want to receive our blogs, just contact us. Send me an email at bestyouguru@yahoo.com. That's bestyouguru@yahoo.com. We also have a website that tells everything about us. It's at bestyouguru.com. That's simple, bestyouguru.com. And the reason it's bestyouguru.com, very simply, Best You is already taken. So we made it bestyouguru.com. And we do ask for your support via Venmo or PayPal. If you want to give a donation via Venmo, just do it at Robin-Shivery. That's Venmo at Robin-Shivery, or use PayPal and send it to bestyouguru@yahoo.com. We do depend on your support, so please be generous. Now let's address some previous questions. Generally, what I like to do is I answer most questions via email personally, but there's a few of them that I can apply to a lot of people that are not specific. And one that has really caught my attention is put in several different ways, but basically, does the election concern me? The simple answer is yes. What concerns me is not so much who won or who lost. What concerns me is how little Americans know about our democratic republic. That's what we are. We are a democratic republic based on principles of democracy, but we are a republic. And I suggest everyone, every American who claims to be a patriot, read the 12th and 14th Amendments, because it concerns voting. I really am alarmed at how little people know of our voting system. It is of concern. See, our form of democracy is built upon trust within a system. Democracy is not really a great form of government on how to govern people, but it's the best out there. It's better than all the rest. We've survived over 200 years being self-government. And the self-governing requires we know what the Constitution says. The peaceful transfer of power is critical. And any hint of the lack of peaceful transfer signals to the world our demise. So please be careful. When you attack the voting institution, you are attacking the very basic structure, the foundation of our democracy. I suggest that all Americans consider what is at stake. There are newspaper articles across the world claiming America's democracy is dying. It's because we don't understand what our democracy is about. We are a democratic republic based upon a constitution. And most people know me. Wherever I go, generally, I have a copy of a pocket guide to our Constitution. If you see me out in public and you want a copy, I'll get you one. It is a fabulous article. And I'm surprised at how many people have failed to read and yet claim to be patriotic. The next general area is, but let me tell you that we do not offer specific economic advice. What stock you buy, what you invest in, how much you save, that's up to you. I will give you my opinions, but basically it's all up to you because you suffer the consequences or the rewards. I can advise that our democracy, that our American democracy, will not stand with economic inequality. The conditions we see today is what Adam Smith warned us about. And if you don't understand what Adam Smith wrote, or if you don't even know who Adam Smith is, let me tell you that he is the founder, the father of American capitalism. If you have not read Wealth of Nations or Moral Sentiments, I suggest you do so. He warns us of inequality being a danger to capitalism. What we see today is not American capitalism. It's a form of capitalism. But American capitalism is recognized by a strong economic middle class. A strong middle class. And that is not what we're witnessing today. Adam Smith talked of the divisions of labor. That is not what we're witnessing today. The mere fact that you can make money off of money is not necessarily a good representation of capitalism. So if you really want a capitalist society, I suggest you understand what Adam Smith was talking about. Without a strong and robust middle class, democracy hurts itself. The next area, we had 2 or 3 questions on how can I stay strong to who I am? How can I stay strong to who I am? Well, first of all, acknowledge who you are. Not who they told you to be, not who you thought you were supposed to be, but you were born as someone. Appreciate it. Build upon that. So I suggest, once you recognize who you're born to be, wake up every day with goals. Goals that enhance who you are. That goal could be merely to rest all day. Now, how can that accomplish anything? Very simply. You cannot function 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We must rest. Americans are notorious for not rejuvenating themselves and wearing themselves down. So your goal for the day could be to physically and mentally relax. That's a good goal. Or your goal could be to get up first thing in the morning, drink your coffee, read your emails, whatever you got to do, and then go run 5 miles. That's also a good goal. But your goal should be those that enhance you and your mission in life. Your goal should not be to please and satisfy all the people around you and to fulfill their goals. So wake up every day with the goal, the mission, the purpose of enhancing who you are, not who they want you to be. Just know you were born with a unique and inherent greatness. Understand that, realize that, accept it. You were born with a unique and inherent greatness. Number 2, all your life, you'll try to be socialized, sterilized, and standardized to fit society's version of what you should be. You must resist that and be true to yourself. That is an ongoing struggle every day. You turn on the TV, there's a commercial telling you what detergent to buy. Seems harmless, seems innocent, but it's not. It's an effort to get you to conform to what they want you to be. And that's not wrong, that's not bad, but you must recognize the attempts to have you conform are real. And 3, happiness, which we all say we want. We want to be happy. But somehow we're taught and led to believe that money will make us happy. No, you need it. It's kind of like air. We've heard it said, money's like air. We need it to survive. I understand that. But if you want to be happy, you can only find happiness in staying true to who you are and living and serving your purpose and your mission. So, you're born with greatness. You must fight for that greatness. And if you want to be happy, stay true to that greatness. Tonight, our topic will be the one. It's that simple. Be the one. I'm going to give you two stories tonight, true stories, real life stories. This happened to two people, but let me tell you about these people. I want to tell you a story that even today hurts my heart. A young lady wanted to become a veterinarian. As a child, she preferred horses to people. I can see that. Horses are pretty cool. The priorities of her life were school and horses. She worked hard at both. If you've ever owned a horse, that's not an easy task to get up and feed and take care of the horse. She made great grades at school. All through school, she worked hard, took care of the horses, and took care of her schoolwork. She graduated. She graduated 10th in her class of around 500. And upon graduation, she was offered a scholarship at the state's top university. She was on her way. Her hard work had paid off. But her family convinced her that moving away to school was not a good idea. I mean, she'd have to leave home and leave her family. That's not a good idea. Her dream of becoming a vet was really unrealistic. I mean, you know, vets were usually doctors, especially for horses. They're big animals. You're usually men. Doctors are men. Being a vet is a man's job. You know what she should do is stay at home and get a good job. That's what she needs to do. I mean, after all, she had a boyfriend, and her focus really should be on getting married and raising a family, because that's what good women do. Good women don't become vets. That was her culture. That's what she knew. So, in order to conform, in order to be what her family wanted her to be, she gave up on herself. She gave up on her dream. She was told she was brilliant, but she shouldn't become a vet. But imagine if someone would have been there to tell her that her brilliance could allow her to be a vet, to serve her mission, to serve her purpose, and to live her dream. But she never became a vet. So what I'm asking of you, what I ask of all of you, I ask you to be the one. Be the one that is there when the deniers of dreams appear. Be the one that uplifts people to live their greatness. Be the one to allow them to see the greatness within. Help them. Be the one that helps them. Nobody, not a living, breathing soul on this earth deserves to fight alone for what they deserve to be. Everyone, you, me, everyone, deserves to find that someone that cares. I ask you to be the one. The second story, true story, real life. Excuse me. It's not COVID, promise you. Coca-Cola. During the last grading period of a school year, 6th grade elementary school, a math teacher offered extra credit to all his math students. The teacher said he wanted to give every student the opportunity to raise their grades. What a tremendous opportunity. What a great teacher. He just told the students to do extra credit problems at the back of each chapter and then turn them in whenever they finished them throughout the last grading period. He would grade them, and then he would announce the extra credit scores to the entire class at the last meeting. During the last class, he'll announce the extra credit awards. He wanted to recognize their efforts. Some students were very excited. Others seemed not to care. I want to talk about one of the sixth grade students that saw this as an opportunity to distinguish himself with extra work. He wasn't the brightest student in class, but he was willing to work. He wasn't known as one of the best students in class, so this was his opportunity to fit in, to belong. So almost every day he would go home and do the extra credit problems. He was so proud of himself for his effort. He thought to himself, he may not be the smartest, but he'll work hard and he'll be accepted. Every time he finished the problems at the end of the chapter, he proudly handed his work into the teacher. Other students noticed that every other day or so he was turning problems in. He was being noticed for his extra effort, and he appreciated that. On the last day of the math class, at the end of the class, the teacher brought a large stack of papers up to the front of the classroom. The teacher announced the extra credit awarded to each student. As he called the name, he would announce how many extra credit points they were and would hand their work back. As the students proudly got their extra credits, they proudly sat back to their seats. This particular student was anxiously awaiting for his name to be called. He watched every student go up there and receive their extra credit work, and he noticed that the extra credit kept getting more and more. So it started with the person who received the less credits and accelerated to the people receiving more credits. He was beaming with pride because his name hadn't been called yet, so he was going to receive a lot of extra credit points. He was waiting so all the other kids could hear his name as well. He felt that this was his way to earn a little recognition from his classmates. Finally, all the students' names had been called, and he was the last name to be called. His name was called, and the teacher said, "And finally we have," and he mentioned his name. As he about to get up, the teacher said, "Wait a minute." So he sat back down. The teacher, instead of praising the student for his extra work, the teacher told the class that this student would receive no extra credit at all. Disrespecting all, or irregardless of all the papers that he had before him, the largest stack of all the papers there. He said the student's work was presented in the wrong format, and some answers were incorrect. He told the class it was clear this student did not understand math. The teacher even told the class he was not even sure why this student put forth this much effort to do this kind of work. The teacher told the class it was clear that this student was not smart enough to do the work. Of course, the kids being kids, the class erupted with laughter. The last words the teacher told the student was, "I don't even know why you wasted your time." And with that, he took all the extra papers, all the hard work, and he threw it in the trash can. Wouldn't even give it back to the child. Those were the last words that student ever heard from a teacher. Now, the point of these two real-life stories is they continue to have an impact even today. So what I've asked of you is to be the one. I ask you to make the positive difference in the lives of people facing negative circumstances. Be the one to speak out against injustices. Be the one that goes against the crowd when they deny the greatness within an individual. Be the one to stand with the different. Be the one to stand with the outcast. Be the one to stand with the unique. Be the one that stands alone with another one who stands alone. Allow your greatness to shine as the example for others. No one deserves to feel alone in this world. I ask you to be the one.